Bonjour à toutes et à tous et bienvenue sur la chaîne YouTube de So Catch by Al. J'espère que vous allez bien. Très heureux de vous accueillir aujourd'hui pour une nouvelle vidéo. Petite précision avant de commencer, j'ai retrouvé il n'y a pas très longtemps des mini-interviews que j'avais fait pour la Atlas Wrestling Club en 2019. Ils en ont publié certaines sur leur chaîne, mais pas toutes. Et je trouvais ça dommage que vous passiez à côté des discussions très intéressantes que j'avais pu avoir avec Solo Darling, Ophidian ou encore Haskins. Je vous laisse découvrir tout ça, c'est vraiment très sympa. Bon visionnage à tous.
Ah là, tu fais la maline, mais là tu comprends pas ce que je dis. Donc j'espère que vous ça va, parce que elle ça va bien. Et hors caméra, elle m'a un peu chauffé, donc là je suis vénère. Solo Darling, how are you doing?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I mean, I'm doing all right.
What do you think about France?
It's my first time in France. So I got off the plane and came right here to the show. So we'll see, because I have 2 days left here.
Ah, fair enough.
I heard you have the best pastries though, and I have a sweet tooth, so bring it on.
That's true. Please have a tour to the Eiffel Tower as well. It's beautiful.
Oh good, you're gonna tour me around? Great, awesome, thank you.
Let's do that, yeah. High five. How are you doing?
Nailed it. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Do you think you will be back as a solo competitor to New Japan Pro Wrestling in the future?
Who knows, eh? At the moment, I'm just enjoying what I'm doing. They're enjoying themselves as well.
The show is crazy, guys. The show is crazy.
We're all having a good time. We're all enjoying ourselves. But who's to say, eh? At the moment, I'm just enjoying life, loving, traveling around. Belgium yesterday, France here today. Next week, I'm in Las Vegas. Who's to know where I end up next?
Oh, il me fait peur. J'espère qu'il ne va pas m'hypnotiser aujourd'hui. Hello, buddy.
Hello.
How are you?
Wonderful! My first time in France, and I'm happy to be here.
You are not a trainer at the Shikara. What do you try to bring to the student?
My role as a trainer at the Wrestle Factory is very important to me. I get to help not only inspire, but grow the next generation of pro wrestlers that may someday end up all around the world. And I think what's most important to me is allowing everybody an opportunity. It takes all shapes and sizes to make pro wrestling happen, right? Regardless of gender, regardless of size, regardless of race, none of those things matter. We need everybody to make pro wrestling happen. So I'm happy to provide an opportunity for anybody who wants to try and become a pro wrestler.
What do you think about the evolution of female women pro wrestling? Because the last years, the last months, it have become very important, and we start to see more and more female performer on the top.
Okay. There's always going to be an evolution. We are always going to be treated as a subspecies, but it's become more equal now than it ever has before. And I say that with love and adoration. It's just inevitable. It's the way that it's ingrained in our DNA. If you think how hard we had to fight to get the right to vote, to get the right to have jobs, to keep jobs, to be independent, to stand on our own 2 feet, to be allowed to be creative. If you think of the actual brain power that goes behind that, and you start to spiral down into what that actually means, it's about time we get to do what we want to do, because there should be absolutely no difference between a man and a woman, and our strengths should be encouraged and adored and brought up, not used against us.
What is the best souvenir you keep from all these years in professional wrestling?
Gosh, I have no idea. In a weird way, some of my injuries I kind of consider as souvenirs of things. I'll tell you a little fun story. You feel just feel my elbow there. Yeah, just put your finger. Do you feel that chunk of bone that's just missing? So I took an exploder suplex onto a chair from Sami Callihan that was set up. That was fine, right? I mean, as much as being thrown onto a chair can be.
Let's do another polemic about Sami Callihan, please.
Right, sure. So I take the move onto the chair, and as I kick out so hard, I come up and elbow the chair right here, and just a part of the bones there of just are floating around in my elbow somewhere. So I mean, I guess I didn't want to die without any scars. So yeah, those kind of niggling little injuries there, they're little testaments to the stuff that I've been through. So yeah. Apart from that, I can't remember. I don't think there's anything. Like, I've still got like my backstage pass from like Madison Square Garden, which is cool. Like, yeah, I don't know. I should steal more stuff, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, and next time I'm in the dressing room with, like, you know, I don't know, Jushin Thunder Liger or someone, I'm just gonna steal this mask and be like, yo, this is it for me. This is a souvenir from wrestling.
What do you think about intergender matches?
Intergender matches, I think, are extremely important. It should not matter once the bell rings whether you're a male or female. What you identify as doesn't matter when the bell rings, right? Because in the ring, you're a competitor. We all train the same. We all train to fight. We learn this martial art to fight with in the ring. We should all be treated the same once it happens. I think if you do not do intergender, you're missing an opportunity to create something new and reach a new audience that you may not reach otherwise.
What about intergender wrestling then?
Well, that should happen ages ago. And if you trace it back, there's always been a little bit of intergender, but it's classified more, I find, as mixed, because there's a lot of different rules that, you know, way back when they started throwing girls and boys in the ring, where you can't strike or you can't do certain things, and I find that a load of malarkey, because I challenge anyone to be in the ring with me as who they are, not what they are. I want to wrestle the person as themselves, and what they believe in, not because they're packing a certain thing or they're not packing a certain thing. How they identify isn't anything that deserves to be in the ring, but their beauty and their strength and what they represent, how they are, their name, because what we are is our name. That's what we leave behind. That's what I want to wrestle. I want to wrestle them for that. So I find that intergender wrestling now on the independent scene is at its top. It's only going to get better.
Okay, you were talking about injuries. You had a neck injury, really serious one. Or did you deal with that, and or do you prepare your body now for not being injured anymore?
So basically, the issues I had with my neck were around that time. I was getting these headaches when I wrestled. I was getting like this burning sensation down my arm. One physio told me I had the neck of an 80-year-old and I needed to retire. Then I went and spoke to another physio that was like, 2 weeks of rehab, you'll be fine. And the emotional roller coaster that you go on between the two is quite the ride. So I went and got a few more opinions. I spoke to a neurosurgeon. They all said you're fine. Like, your neck is in the state of a, I guess I was, 28 at the time, so a 28-year-old wrestler, but they're like, it's relative to what you do. Since then, I've done a lot more neck stabilization things, do you know what I mean? Like, I try to get used to, trying not to, every time you fall, your head's rocking around, just trying to keep it, tucked in and kind of nice and tight. So, yeah, but, as of right now, I'm clear to wrestle, I'm good to go, I can do whatever I want.
How would you define your snake style?
Oh, my snake style is venomous. It's vile. It's lithe. There's nothing like the way I move in the professional wrestling ring. Snake style. You strike first, you strike fast, and most importantly, you strike hard.
Thank you very much. Glad to have you here at Atlas Wrestling Club. Hope to see you back very soon. Thank you very much for your time. What about a fight together in the ring?
Sure.
Yeah?
I'll throw
okay. I'm gonna train a little bit, then come back.
Okay. You could put on as much muscle as you want. I'm still gonna twist you in a pretzel.
And she's right. She's right about it. Thank you very much. Hope to see you soon back here.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you for your time. Thank you very much for your time, Mark. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Nail it. Thank you very much. Hope to see you soon back here in Atlas Wrestling Club. Thank you very much for watching. Bang, bang.